tonight at Open the Gate, my guest will be the very simple and wonderful and talented Nathan French. You see him, you don't see him. You see him, you don't see him. You see him, you don't see him. And now we're gonna see him and talk to him. Hello Nathan, how are you?
Hey darling, thank you for having me. I love Open the Gate, I'm really happy to do this.
Oh babe, thank you so much. Nathan, everyone is very curious about you because we heard a lot and we follow your work and we saw many colorful, marvelous pieces going out of your atelier recently. I'm going to do a quick introduction of yourself because they see a big blue beard and the crazy feathers look, but no one knows exactly what you're doing. Nathan and I, we go way back from the feather industry. We've been like partying and doing like feather show a lot in Paris. He's got this amazing talent in his hands to combine colorful, amazing feathers and hair. You are really into dyeing. You've been to St. Martin's School in London, the very famous school. I maybe can say that you're a bit like the queen of London for all the going out area thing. So how did it come like to start your first pieces out of school and to start to connect with all this amazing pop star?
Yeah, it all started when I discovered feather making, the Victorian feather making in a vintage store. I saw the way they made wings, like real bird wings, from layering feathers. And I started with that technique, and then I added hair and started colouring everything myself and cutting the feathers and really trying to create this bird, this really bird shape. And then that evolved, and now I've come to make that into full dresses, full coats, which is not just the wings. But
it's a bit crazy because I mean London is amazing, you know, everyone is talking about London fashion designers, like the most colorful collections are from London, everyone seems really happy in this grey country. You decided to go to Brussels to live in your amazing castle. You're quite famous for your outstanding house over there, a lot of space, a lot of slave working for you day and night. You produce a lot. I know that now you're working on your new film project for some surprises. I will let you tell us about the Diane Pernet contest that you want to be part of.
yeah.
How did you start to contact, or maybe they come to you, I don't know, all those pop stars to like make this crazy communication and publicity around you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just friends in London, friends of friends, people. There's a big scene in London where everyone kind of dresses all pop stars from America in London. And yeah, just once you've done one, it kind of builds up and you get a name for yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's how you get the publications. But yeah, you have to keep reinventing yourself because especially with the looks I'm doing, once you've worn a feather look once, I don't want to see somebody else wearing it again, even if it's different colours. So I'm constantly trying to reinvent myself. So yeah, this is why I'm trying to work on when I'm doing the film. This is the huge inspiration at the moment because it's a completely different medium, but I still get to create my imagery, you know. So yeah, the main inspiration for the film is actually inspired by Diane Pernet.
Yeah.
Her blackness of black. Yeah, it's a reaction to all of the colour I've done. I just wanted to do something completely different and create this very black, huge textures.
Okay.
So this is the first part of the film, it's kind of like a horror film, like a fashion horror film.
Okay. We invited Diane Pernet like a few months ago to Open the Gate, and she was explaining her huge festival and all those kids preparing movies and how it's hard for her to select the good ones. What makes you feel that you have your possibility to be selected for this movie? What's your personal touch in this work?
Well, I've been following the competition for the last 2 years mainly, and I've watched every single film that's been shown there. And I see every year the selection gets less and less and less, and the quality goes up and up and up. And so I know that I can create beautiful imagery. I know that I can create beautiful things. And I think doing a film is, I don't know, it's just like the epitome of exactly what I want to do. And I know that I can do it really well, and I know people will love it.
Pretentious, but promising. Very good. I have a very weird question because I really don't understand. For me, London is my city dream, you know. What made you really like move to Brussels? Because it's the people are so different, you know. Like everyone is so crazy in London, and Brussels is very like capital of Europe, super
This
business.
is it. London's completely crazy. London's amazing. When I go there, I don't sleep for 3 days and have an amazing time and make my outfits to go out. And that's the whole thing. When I'm in Brussels, I make outfits for other people and I work. I mean, all of my work is still in London. I still bring everything to London, but when I'm in Brussels, I work. I've got a nice house to work in. Lots of people to help me. It's a perfect environment.
Super.
Okay, Roman, I brought you a little present.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I don't mind presents. Oh, nice headpiece. Oh, you know I love headpiece.
And it's green.
Oh, perfect. This one can just go to hell then. Up. Oh, babe, thank you so much. With the hair, the dyeing. Super cool. How do I look?
Wow. 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 Natural.
Yeah?
Oh, natural.
This is typical Nathan, like the dyeing of the feather, dyeing of the hair, headpieces. Thank you so much. I remember those huge coats that you did. It was like being such a big bird with like all those gradation of granada red, violet purple with the hair fading into blonde, like deep purple, almost like night blue inside. It was amazing.
No,
How did you start to mix all, because I know like dyeing is like all...
well, that's my passion. That's how I got into it, really.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just sit there with every different type of dye and colouring, and I just blend it all, keep reshading. I mean, I have lots of accidents, but that's kind of the process, and that's how you come up with new things. But yeah, it's a huge process, but I love it.
Do you have like new little obsession that you want to work with? Like you've been using feather and hair, and is there like another...
My obsession is black.
Black.
It is. It's just textures and black. Not having the color, you really have to concentrate on the form and you know, the more materials. So that's for me. I'm not trying to stay away from the feathers, but I want to bring in more materials, more different things to my work. So that's why I'm using my next collection. A lot of it is black for the first time.
Do you want? Do you think you're ready to get like a commercial way to work and maybe have some sellable pieces? Because everything you do is like unique.
This collection is half unique pieces. Like I've got the huge like pieces for photo shoots and for people to wear on stage, but then the rest of the collection is really more wearable. Okay. Just because I want it to be worn, I want people to wear it more rather than it just being these art pieces which are like relics which I don't want to disturb, you know? And
yeah, of course.
It pains me to sell them, so.
How does it feel that you're a little boy working hard on your little things in your atelier and suddenly a big name like maybe Kelly's or Beyonce could like just contact you and you feel like, I mean, this is like one of the biggest pop stars of the world. Everyone will be looking at her wearing your stuff. How does it feel like such an encouragement?
No, I love it. I mean, it's not exactly a money spinner to do those projects, but it's such a huge reward to be able to see someone wearing it on stage or for a concert and for it to be in those newspapers and everyone to see it. It's kind of all your hard work is paid off when that happens. Same when it goes in a really big fashion magazine. That to me is still a really big achievement. You know, we just did a shoot with Nick Knight and Cara Delevingne wearing one of my headdresses, and yeah, it just looks so beautiful. And that for me was just a really big thing. I loved it.
Wow,
so I will always still make the art pieces just for that alone.
So you're upcoming talent, we can say that like this. When will you be presenting your new collection? I'm
going to present it during Fashion Week in February, along with the film.
In London?
Yeah.
Super cool. Can you give us the date, perhaps?
I'm not sure of the exact date, but I think it's like the second week of February.
Second week of February. Okay, we'll try to be there to follow your work.
Yeah.
Very good. I mean, this is all very surprising. I just wonder, like, you look full of origins and full of stories. How did it all start? Where are you born, and how did you start it to go to fashion?
Well, I was born in Wales.
Ah, okay.
Very Welsh. My mum is Welsh, and my dad is Portuguese Indian.
Okay.
But my mum's side of the family was a huge inspiration for me growing up more because like my grandmother was like the Imelda Markov of Wales. Okay. She just had like rooms full of shoes and handbags, and she had like I remember in the late 80s, early 90s, she would have like purple contact lenses to match with her sapphires. Like people didn't wear contact lenses in Wales then, at least purple ones. She was like hugely inspiring. She had all of her clothes made for her, like from a dressmaker. She'd always flick through Vogue, and like that was like my childhood, going there and just watching her do that. Okay. And I think I kept it all inside of me and tried to be a good boy until I was like 17, and then I thought I have to do something in like art or fashion. I begged my mum to let me go to art school, and then yeah, 2 years later I was in St. Martin's.
Perfection.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nathan, for coming here and being part of the show.
Thank you for having
I know
me.
it's very difficult because it's really busy with the period coming and all the February shows and projects. So
No,
thank you so much for taking
it was
time
a
to
pleasure,
visit
thank you.
us. And we'll be coming at your show, promise. And we'll be shouting your name at the end. And I wish you a lot of good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching Open the Gate. You see, things are magical here. I start with some dry flowers on my head and I end up with a fantastic headpieces made by Nathan just for me. How lucky I am? I don't know. You tell me. I see you next Friday, 9 p.m. for next crazy show. Bye bye bye.